What's up? Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell up above for future uploads, and check out the links posted in the description down below to support the channel. Thank you. This image came from Cork recently from individuals on the left and people that are not from this country deciding to hold some sort of protest against native people in their own country, that being the Irish people. So just to be clear before I start out with anything here, this isn't to try and bring people from the left over to the way we're thinking. Forget about them. These are people that would have bowed down on both knees for Oliver Cromwell. Forget about them. This is for the normies. You need to be shown this image. Send this image far and wide to as many people as you know, because this will wake up normies. And that is who we are aiming for. We are aiming for people that are on the fence, that are not really sure about what's going on. And when they see images like this is an absolute home run. This is a fantastic opportunity for us, because I know you're feeling angry and upset when you see an image like this, and you should, and I understand that. But this is a fantastic opportunity to send this around and say, look at the type of people and rhetoric that these people are aligning themselves with. This community at large, who are a very vocal community, as you know, because they'll tell you about who white privilege on the likes of Virgin Media, as you've seen recently. I'll say nothing about this. I'll very quiet. Won't say a word. But lots of energy for Tommy Tiernan. Lots of energy to be talking about him and the fact that he didn't like his joke. That's strange, isn't it? How come this didn't make the news? How come this hasn't been talked about? Ask yourself those questions. I know an awful lot of people that be listening to this already don't do that. They don't look at the likes of the news because they know. But for anyone that still does, did you see this? Did you see this be a talking point at all? Wasn't sure it wasn't. Now, just to go in on this here, because we have, is Bernie Mac back? Or is that Lenny Henry? I think we're going to play the pronoun game now, because that's what the Irish government want to do. Is this she, her? He, him? They, them? Not really sure here, to be quite honest with you. But they're talking about white people here. Now, forgive me for saying this, but have a look at what this individual is wearing. She's hardly wearing African garb, is she? She's wearing stuff that is normal Western wear. Something that Western people, and in particular the people she's talking about here, have brought to the fore. I'm sure she's using devices and is working perhaps for somebody that's paying her, that more than likely is probably this. Now here's the thing, and what is very important, is that these people all cry foul about this sort of stuff here. Never mention about St. George and Machete or that night, or the behaviour of their own people outside like the Garda station there for about 2 weeks, north through the Blanchardstown Centre. Nah, no interest in that at all. Or for any sort of other incidents that go on, like of Balbriggan or Tala. No interest in that at all. They don't want to talk about that. But when, for example, a Gardaí does the right thing and clips an individual like St. George and Machete, oh, it's a massive problem. Stop the lights, lads. You have to stop the lights. That's why it's effective to share this image around. So these people that are out here like this, that are holding signs like these, believe this to be real. Okay, so let's just go with that for a moment. You have decided to leave a continent of 1.2 billion people, with the large majority of that continent that look like you, to come here. You've skipped over loads of other places too, by the way, to come here to Ireland, Paddyland. And you think that you're going to behave like this to us here? Absolutely not. This woman should be found and should be deported out of this country immediately. If I was working in the government, and for example, if I was leading the country, this woman would be on the first plane out here, and I would make a massive song and dance about that. This would be on the news 24/7, I'd say. Be like, look, out, this is what goes on here. Because that's the type of moves that need to be made. On the whole though, when you see these type of things here, these people have no interest in moving on. Instead, they are seeing what's going on in America, and this is what's important. They are witnessing what's going on in America and what has been happening in America for a number of years. The thing with America is this, and these people obviously understand this too, and let's make no bones about that, they do understand this. America has had people there for generations, so it's more difficult for America to tell these people to go home. Now, recently, the country of Ghana, that's in Africa, has actually opened its doors and said to people, come to Ghana if you're not happy in America. I don't think they got taken up on many offers there. But here's the thing, these people have only really landed here. So this ability to say go home is still there. What they're going to try and do, and they're already trying it by the way, with the likes of sports ball, is trying to weave people in that have been born here. This magic dirt theory. Oh, your parents are from Nigeria, but you were actually born in Dublin, so like you're Irish, you're just as Irish as I am. Okay, listen, we know what you would have been doing centuries ago. You'd have been there with Cromwell all the way. So that's how it is. So don't be afraid to say things like that and point things like this out. This individual is coming across saying things like this after coming from a country, I would assume, that the large majority of the people look like her. Now, doesn't want to talk about what's going on with Christians in Nigeria, for example, or the various other incidents that have been happening in that country, and a lot of stuff that's been perpetrated by people that are very similar to her across the world. No interest in that at all. Jamaica, South Chicago, Cape Town, and various places that are in the continent of Africa. I'm sure if you held a sign up like this that had something different on it, I'm sure you'd be treated very well. I don't think so. I think they'd be very intolerant, don't you? So, what you've got here now are a number of people, a gaggle of people as such, that have become emboldened due to what the media and the government have been saying. It is time now, I think, more than ever, and as I always say, respectfully and peacefully, to tell these people to go home. Go home to wherever you came from, make it a stop, not a stay, and get out of my country. Hope you liked this video. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell up above for future uploads, and check out the links posted in the description down below this part of the channel, and talk to you later.